Man, this
Stop
my
shooting on my
motherfucking
swag,
dude,
man. Y'all, hey, read the back of my shirt for me, homie. What that say?
Follow me at ZACKTV1. You know what I'm is 10-5 Wild Hunters. You know what the fuck we doing? Dirty Block. 10-5 Monkey Game, man. Get with it or get lost.
I'm saying we from the dirty block. 10-5, we get it in. You understand what I'm saying? On Shannon, ain't nothing shaking. Don't worry about that, man. You ain't about that life. And Tay-Tay, I know you ain't about that life. You understand?
16 and I was touching some money. You ain't never so rich to see that shoebox full.
Grew up in the Wild Hunters, south side of Chicago, 10526 South State Street. Crazy neighborhood. Notorious for drug sales, shootouts, prostitution, anything and everything, you name it. I saw it.
Who you got live and fresh on ZACKTV, man?
You got motherfucking 600 boy LA, man. LA Capone, man. Get it to him, man. OC2 boys, man. Team
Roger, number 9, man. Number 9, the shooter, man. You hear me?
Man, what's good, man?
Right,
Zach left a little early before the show ended, so he can be outside on the front waiting for Fresh. When Fresh came out, he was telling Fresh get his ass in the car, showed him his pipe and everything, like, nah, get your ass in the car, niggas on that with you, like, you know what I'm saying?
Zach had a pipe on him?
Went. Yeah, Zach had a pipe on him. And motherfuckers supposedly saying Fresh getting up in that car, you know what I'm saying? And that's what made them get on that car.
Gotta come get my boy in here, he on house arrest. On phone them, still going crazy.
Guns up, you know what the fuck it is, nigga. AMG Fresh, nigga. All Gil guards to 11 deuce, nigga. You know
What's poppin', YouTube world? Been dying to get on here, man. We could bring Duck and E-Day together, that'd be nuts, man.
Let's try that.
Let's do it. I tried numerous times. You know what I'm saying?
What up, YouTube family? This is the Sticky Situation TV presents. Before we start the video, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It really helps me out, and I'm on the road to reach 100K subscribers by the end of the year. Anyways, let's get to the video. So today we're going to Chicago, Illinois. In 2012, the world was introduced to a new sound in rap music that would change the culture forever. A hip-hop subgenre called drill or drill music that originated in the inner cities of Chicago. Rapper Chief Keef put a spotlight on Chicago when he dropped his major hit I Don't Like, featuring Lil Reese, that shook the world. The Chicago music scene was on the brink of a new era. Drill was already huge in the streets of Chicago, but it broke through on a major level all around the world. The genre progressed into the American mainstream. Labels flocked to the city of Chicago to sign emerging rappers like Chief Keef, Lil Durk, King Louie, G Herbo, and Lil Bibby, just to name a few. There was up-and-coming rappers coming from all over the city, jumping on the new wave, trying to be the next Chief Keef. This new era in Chicago was also the era where the city was in the midst of a major gang war between the Black Disciples and the Gangster Disciples, when rapper Lil Jojo was shot and killed in September 2012 for dropping a major diss to the Black Disciple gang called BDK that put a big target on him and his gang. Drill rappers started a new trend with rapping about murders, dissing the dead, and gang rivalry. In the midst of the drill scene in Chicago, an up-and-coming YouTuber Zach Stoner, aka ZACKTV, also started a trend and was the first YouTuber to get a glimpse of the reality in Chicago. ZACKTV was known for going all around Chicago, doing hood vlogs and interviews with the up-and-coming rappers from the city, giving them a platform where they could promote themselves. ZACKTV was also the first to interview rapper Chief Keef before he blew up, which was uploaded on YouTube February 17, 2012. ZACKTV was going to every hood with a camera, doing legendary interviews with rappers like LA Capone, Rondo Number 9, FBG Duck, OTF Newski, and many more. He would also do hood vlogs with notorious gangs like 051 Young Money, introducing them to the world. Although ZACKTV was in his own lane getting money and being a rising YouTuber, he was from a known gangster disciple hood in Chicago called Goontown 105 MMG that was located on 105th and State. But being from a hood didn't stop ZACKTV from accomplishing his dreams and goals. His passion was for videography and being a YouTuber. He started uploading videos on his YouTube with him and his friends, but then he began doing interviews and hood vlogs, which he got his recognition from. ZACKTV was the first to go all around Chicago in the trenches, giving these up-and-coming rappers exposure, which was never done at the time. He was definitely the pioneer of doing content like he was, and with his respect, he was able to go through different hoods without any issues. Zack had so much love and respect in the city, he was never picking sides and would do content in many different hoods that were in odds with each other. The city knew ZACKTV had good intentions and would never have any issues with him for doing content with one of their ops. ZACKTV would go further with his videography and journalism when he would be interested in the death of KENNEKA Jenkins, a 19-year-old female from Chicago who was found dead in a freezer after a night of partying on September 10, 2017. The death of KENNEKA Jenkins went national due to the mysterious death that she had encountered. ZACKTV began covering the case of KENNEKA Jenkins on his own YouTube channel. He started trying to crack the case himself and interview people that were friends and family with her about the situation. ZACKTV began getting death threats for getting too involved with the case.
You see what I'm saying, bro? I'm telling you, Zach, fall back, bro. It ain't worth it, bro, to be fucking with these high powerful people unless you got God on your side.
So tell me this. So yo, you know everybody know, I got the Irene interview and I got 3 more powerful interviews. I really want to drop them and leave this shit alone. But my life been threatened numerous times, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't drop this shit. If you drop it, you put the hotel in danger. All type of other shit I don't even talk about. I just stay with the rappers now. But should I just drop it and say fuck what everybody got to say?
Man, I'm going to leave it up to you, man. What you need to do, don't ask me, man. You need to go into prayer, man. You need to ask the universal Most High God what you should do. Because when you playing with this type of stuff, if you ain't ready for spiritual warfare, don't even go in this direction. Because all wars ain't physical. This shit right here is deep, bro. These people been running the world, man, before we even came here, man. They in every city and they in every town. I don't care where you go. They connected all and over. And the reason why you got kicked off of Facebook, bro, because you can help put the pieces together.
Although he was getting death threats, it wouldn't stop him from trying to get to the truth. ZACKTV's platform was growing and he continued to do his content, racking up thousands of subscribers on YouTube. Fast forward to May 29, 2018, entrepreneur Chicago King Dave would host an event at a nightclub called Refuge. Numerous local rappers were set to perform that night. Chicago King Dave had everything set up and would stop accepting any more rappers to perform at the club. But at the last minute, ZACKTV called King Dave wanting him to add his friend AMG Fresh to perform. Chicago King Dave made it an exception for AMG Fresh to perform, so ZACKTV came to the club to meet with his friend AMG Fresh. AMG Fresh came to the club with his girlfriend because it was her birthday and he had to perform. Another friend of ZACKTV that goes by STREETZ also performed that night at the club. While STREETZ and AMG Fresh performed, ZACKTV was there to support and record both of them. Everything was going smooth until AMG Fresh went up to perform. ZACKTV overheard a group of men tripping on AMG Fresh, pointing him out saying, "Isn't that the dude who be with the BDs?" Zack also heard the group of men planning out how they were gonna jump AMG Fresh while he was on stage. When the group of men was gonna do what they were planning, ZACKTV stopped them and talked them out of doing anything to AMG Fresh. While all that was going on, AMG Fresh had no idea what was going on. After ZACKTV felt the bad vibes in the club, he left early before the club ended, looking nervous. After ZACKTV left the club, he went to get his Jeep so he can pull up to the club, get AMG Fresh, and leave after the club ends. When ZACKTV seen AMG Fresh, he was trying to get him in the Jeep so they can leave, but since AMG Fresh didn't know the issue that was going on, he wasn't tripping and was trying to hang out some more since it was his girlfriend's birthday. While ZACKTV was trying to get AMG Fresh in the Jeep, he was showing him his gun to let him know that they were in a bad situation, and told AMG Fresh to get in the Jeep so they can leave. AMG Fresh wasn't taking Zack seriously, but he finally listened and got in the Jeep with ZACKTV, his girlfriend, and his other friend STREETZ. When AMG Fresh got in ZACKTV's Jeep, the group of men that was tripping on him earlier seen what car he jumped in. ZACKTV drove AMG Fresh and his girlfriend to their car, which was 2 blocks away from the club. Once ZACKTV got to their car, AMG Fresh's girlfriend jumped out and got into her car. While all this was going on, ZACKTV decided to stay parked, explaining to AMG Fresh everything that was happening in the club with the group of men. At around 1:29 a.m., a minivan pulled up alongside of ZACKTV's Jeep and began shooting into his car multiple times. Either AMG Fresh or STREETZ returned fire. 2 bullet holes shattered the Jeep's windshield, and ZACKTV was shot in the shoulder and behind his ear, lodging into his brain, which made him lose control of his Jeep and crash into a pole. After ZACKTV crashed, STREETZ and AMG Fresh both ran out the Jeep, jumping into AMG Fresh's car, and his girlfriend drove off because they didn't know if the shooters were coming back. Someone had recorded the whole situation from the top of a high building. In the video, you can see the Jeep crash into a pole. You can also see STREETZ and AMG Fresh both jumping out and leaving in the car that the girlfriend was driving. ZACKTV was left slumped in his Jeep alone. Police pulled up at 1:35 a.m. discovering ZACKTV shot in the Jeep. They also found his .40 cal pistol underneath his seat. He was never able to get a shot off. ZACKTV was taken to the Northwestern Memorial Hospital, where he was later pronounced dead at 4:20 a.m.
A popular YouTube personality is gunned down while driving through Chicago's Printers Row neighborhood. He's identified as Zachary Stoner, known on YouTube as ZACKTV1. Around 1 in the morning, police say a gunman in another car pulled up alongside Stoner's vehicle near Clark and Polk Streets. Multiple shots were fired. Stone was hit at least once in the head, then lost control of his vehicle, crashing into a light pole. A witness, several stories up, posted this Twitter video moments after the crash. It appears to show a group of people at the scene getting into another vehicle, then driving off before police arrived.
When the world heard the news, nobody could believe someone like ZACKTV was killed in his own city. ZACKTV didn't have no beef going on, but he was from 10-5 Goontown, who had their own ops. When the video came out that someone recorded showing his 2 friends jumping out the Jeep and fleeing in another car, everyone thought that ZACKTV was backdoored. Looking at the video without knowing what was going on, you would think that the video looked very suspicious. Rumors started going around that ZACKTV's friend STREETZ backdoored him. STREETZ started getting death threats, and he was even feared for his own life. Another speculation was people thought ZACKTV might have been killed over the KENNEKA JENKINS situation, since ZACKTV was getting a lot of death threats. Some people also believed he might have gotten killed because his cousin is Rome, a well-known gang member from 10-5 MMG, who's doing time in prison for a homicide. Since the rumors that STREETZ might have backdoored ZACKTV, it put him in a dangerous situation when the unfortunate happened. A week after ZACKTV's death, on June 9, 2018, the day of ZACKTV's funeral, STREETZ was killed on a Southside Chicago street in a shooting with possible links to ZACKTV. A police report noted STREETZ had a large ZACKTV tattoo on his back. STREETZ live-streamed himself at a police station days before he was killed, saying he was there to clear his name over false rumors that he helped ZACKTV's killers. There's nothing to indicate he did. An officer in the video calls him a witness to the shooting. STREETZ's slaying is also unsolved. Police never announced arrests in the shooting of ZACKTV, but police records obtained by the Associated Press reveal investigators believe they solved his homicide years ago when they arrested members of the Southside Chicago Perry Avenue gang. But prosecutors in 2019 declined to prosecute, and police were forced to release the suspects. Goontown and Perry Avenue are longtime enemies. For years, they have posted rap videos on social media taunting each other. Police say Perry Avenue, like Goontown, is a gangster disciple faction. Police say that the Cook County State's Attorney Office cited the possibility that the 2 sides in the shooting on May 30th, 2018 were mutual combatants. A disputed legal concept that's a throwback to duels between nobles or prearranged gunfights in the Wild West. Mutual combat is a legal term that refers to when 2 people agree to fight each other in a fair fight without harming bystanders or damaging property. Basically, the gang that killed ZACKTV got away with murder because it's unclear who initiated the shooting and who returned fire in self-defense. On an article I read about ZACKTV'S murder, said the case and arrest reports obtained in an open records request offer previously unreported details about what may have precipitated ZACKTV'S killing after he left a crowded Clark Street Refuge bar. Relying on video, eyewitnesses, cell phone location data, and ballistics on a bullet removed from the 30-year-old's brain, police arrested 5 suspects aged 19 to 22 in 2018 and 2019 from the Perry Avenue gang on probable cause of first-degree murder. Prosecutors also cited inconsistent witnesses as a reason to not prosecute. 2 of those suspects have since been killed. Another, identified by a witness, told police, "I didn't pull the trigger." So 2 of the guys that were responsible out of the 5 for killing ZACKTV have already been killed. The 3 other men are in prison for unrelated charges, and the 2 friends, T-Streets and AMG Fresh, who were with ZACKTV, also been killed. A friend of ZACKTV named AMG D, who was also good friends with AMG Fresh and T-Streets, did a DJU interview where he speaks on the murder of ZACKTV.
Unfortunately, there came a time in which I'd have looked up and saw, you know, AMG Fresh not here with us no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Fresh, he gone now. He been gone for 2 years, a little bit over 2 years now. Yeah, he gone. He ain't get killed though.
What was that like? What happened? You know, what was the news? How was your reaction? You know,
You know, people always going through personal issues, you know? I really don't know. I can't really speak on everything Fresh was going through, but you know what I'm saying? I just can tell you that ZACKTV shit was weighing heavy on him. It was weighing heavy on folks, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was trying to make folks look like something that he wasn't.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that ZACKTV was really at the event, really for T-Streets and AMG Fresh. You know what I'm saying? That's why them was the only 2 artists he recorded that night. You know, he didn't care about who else was there. He was trying to build with them. He was so focused on the hundreds and the artists in the hundreds, and he didn't even give a f about a lot of artists. Like when it come to pushing their music, he was really they was a team. AMG Fresh, ZACKTV, and T-Streets.
Okay.
It was some team shit. You know, I'm saying, like, I've been with Goontown for over 15 years now. I've been knowing them, been knowing Zack before all this shit. Like, so that really he had a relationship with us just off the strength of me. You know what I'm saying? Right. And him and Fresh had their own shit going on, and he went down there to really, you know what I'm saying, help folks them, you know what I'm saying, to promote what they had going on, and he overheard motherfuckers saying what they was gonna do to him. And he was stopping that shit. But a lot of motherfuckers don't know this. He stopped motherfuckers from getting on the stage and fucking up Fresh performance. A lot of motherfuckers don't know that either.
We talking about Zack right now?
ZACKTV.
Yeah.
He heard motherfuckers saying what they was about to do to Fresh and who out the Bam in the third, and he told them like, nah, we ain't here for that. You know what I'm saying? They was about to get on the stage and Zack stopped them like, please don't do this shit. People don't know this though. Zack left a little early before the show ended, so he can be outside on the front waiting for Fresh. When Fresh came out, he was telling Fresh get his ass in the car, but it was Fresh's girl's birthday. He drunk as fuck. He, you know what I'm saying, T. Him and his girl, the only one went together. You know what I'm saying? Fresh ain't had nobody with him, just him and his girl. And Zack was telling him to get in the car, showed him his pipe and everything, like, nah, get your ass in the car, niggas own that with you, like, you know what I'm saying?
Zack had a pipe on him?
Yeah, Zack had a pipe on him. Zack had a pipe on him, gang. He showed Fresh his pipe and told Fresh, get your ass in the car, because Fresh thought it was a game. And motherfuckers supposedly seen Fresh getting up in that car, you know what I'm saying? And that's what made them get on that car. But on the recording, the only thing you see is Fresh and them getting their shits out the car, you know what I'm saying, and getting back up in his shit, you know what I'm saying? That's what motherfuckers see on the recording, so that looked fishy. It was never no shooting on the recording that, you know what I'm saying, that the world seen.
Sounded like Fresh had something going on, Zack suffered the consequences of what he had going on.
No.
Okay.
It wasn't that. Fresh ain't never have shit going on.
But you said it was people that was approaching Fresh on stage and Zack was stopping it.
This what I forgot to say. They said that's dude that be fucking with the BDs. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know what BDs they was talking about, you know what I'm saying? But that's what they said too. Zack had a chance to let Fresh know all this. Him and T-Streets, he had the chance. They should have left. When Zack took them to the car, Zack chose to tell them what was going on then, instead of getting to the hundreds and let them know, or called them. He got to the car, they made it to Fresh car and parked right in front of him. You know what I'm saying? And Zack chose to let them sit in the Fresh girl was in the front seat. T-Streets and Fresh was in the back seat. And she hopped out the car when they pulled up and got in their car and started it. And Zack chose to tell them the little shit that he was telling them right then and there instead of leaving. Zack TV died saving Fresh, bro. Fresh didn't even know nothing was going on. All the weird shit started happening after Zack TV death, gang. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of he say, she say, motherfuckers ain't know the truth, you know what I'm saying? But truth coming out, you know, just watch the internet. The internet will tell you everything, gang. But only thing I'ma speak on is that T-Streets and Fresh ain't have shit to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers was trying to kill Fresh, and that came from Zack TV himself. And the motherfuckers that was trying to get out on Fresh, you know what I'm saying? That's how that shit went, gang.
On a Friday night, October 25th, 2019, AMG Fresh passed away. It is not clear what the situation was over. A post on Chiracology says that he could have been killed over money, a female, or a play gone wrong. But AMG Bell D said on the DJU interview that he didn't get killed. If he was really that depressed over the Zack TV situation, it can possibly be that he took his own life, or maybe even an overdose. The post on Reddit also clarifies what AMG Bell D said on the DJU interview when he said Zack TV's death was weighing over him all the way up to his death. This is a very unfortunate situation. Not only Zack TV died, but T-Streets and AMG Fresh both died also, which means everybody that was in that Jeep that night has passed away. 2 of the killers from Perry Avenue were also killed. It's unclear if they were killed over Zack TV. The other 3 men that were involved with Zack TV's death are still alive, who are all in prison for drug charges till this day. Some still believe that Zack TV was killed over the KENNEKA Jenkins case, but I strongly believe that the police did solve the crime, although the killers are not convicted. It's clear that the murder was not mutual combat, and the killers really tried to murder AMG Fresh, but shot and killed Zack TV instead. So to simply break it all down, Zack TV called Chicago King Dave last minute and got his friend AMG Fresh in to perform that night. There was some kind of rap battle between AMG Fresh and whoever else that almost turned physical, which Zack TV stopped in the club after overhearing the group of men wanting to jump AMG Fresh on stage. After Zack TV felt the bad vibes in the club, he left early to get his Jeep, so he was able to leave before anyone else. So after the club, he picked up AMG Fresh and his girlfriend, taking them to their car 2 blocks away. T-Streets was also with them in the Jeep. Instead of taking them to their car and leaving right away, Zack TV parked by their car and explained to AMG Fresh everything that happened in the club. While they sat there, AMG Fresh's girlfriend got in her car and started it, and a van full of the attackers pulled alongside of Zack TV's Jeep, shooting multiple times at them. Either AMG Fresh or T-Streets returned fire. Zack TV was shot in his shoulder and shot in the back of his ear, which the bullet lodged into his brain. Zack TV crashed his Jeep on a pole, and T-Streets and AMG Fresh both hopped out, jumping into the car AMG Fresh's girlfriend was driving, leaving the scene in fear that the attackers will come back. Police pulled up to the Jeep, discovering Zack TV alone, slumped over with his gun underneath him. Zack TV was taken to the hospital where he succumbed to his injuries at 4:20 a.m. Rumor went around that Zack TV was backdoored by his own friends. About a week later, on the day of Zack TV's funeral, T-Streets was shot and killed. Police figured out 5 men from Perry Avenue killed Zack TV, but failed to charge them with murder because it was unclear who shot first. AMG Fresh loses his life somehow on October 25th, 2019. 2 of the 5 killers were shot and killed also, and the other 3 men are in prison till this day. Zack TV never got justice for his murder. Chicago King Dave spoke about Zack TV on an interview where he said that he never did another event till this day.
So the night Zack get killed, like, how did you find out about the information and how has it impacted you?
You know, he was at my show that night. I had an indie show, all Chicago artists. And it was a peaceful night, great event. All the artists showed up, performed, made a lot of money that night. And Zack wanted to bring an artist, his homie. And he just got back from Vegas. He called me last minute. I was telling other artists, like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm booked, it's already done. Cause I be on time, I'm like Live Nation.
Yeah.
You know, if I say 8 o'clock, we starting at 7:58. If you ain't there, I don't care who you is, and everybody know that about me. You can be with me every day. Best friend, if your ass ain't there, your ass ain't performing. That's just how it go. Cause I ain't finna have, you gotta keep your name good with this shit, you know? So he called me and he had somebody he wanted to perform, and I'm like, bring them, you good. Gave them time, they came, showed up, left the show, something happened, and he ended up dead, you know what I'm saying?
I know I was hearing rumors that, you know how the YouTube conspiracy things go crazy. And I don't know if the girl you just named that passed away was the girl that was in the freezer.
Yeah, KENNEKA JENKINS.
Yeah, and so some people was like, well, he was reporting on it too much. And it was pressure like, hey, you digging in it too much. And that was possibly the reason why he was gunned down.
Hell no.
You just feel like wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah. You know, it just went bad that night. You know, the wrong place, some bad decisions. And I don't even know if they was on him. The people that did it was bad decisions for them. You know what I'm saying? Zack was a good person, man. He was loved in Chicago. So think about it. He went to some of the roughest communities in Chicago that people can't even pay to go.
Yeah.
Nothing ever happened to him. I ain't get killed downtown. So they tell you, that wasn't for him.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
The cause of his death, like the streets talking, like what was you hearing amongst like the people in the community and the artists that he impacted?
As far as like positive things?
Yeah, like as far as him just like being, because did anybody ever expect like it could happen as that? Being that he's so
hell no. After all them interviews he did with all sides and people ops, nobody feel like that. I ain't never think like, you know, I was standing outside and heard the shots.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. I say, damn, somebody got f***ed up down there. Excuse me. 15 minutes later, chick FaceTime me, showing me. They putting Zack on the stretcher, crying. I'm like, Zack? Literally was like a block and a half away.
Yeah.
I'm standing in the front, paying my DJs, like DJ Amaris. Yeah, me and DJ Amaris out there. I'm like, man, you get paid, they give you the money? I gave somebody else the money. He like, yeah, then we boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna get the f*** out. I'm like, yeah, they just somebody up down there. Never knew that was Zack.
Damn.
Never knew that. Till I got that call. Damn, they like, yeah, they finna take him to the Northwest Hospital. Then they called me back like, man, he gone. I was in tears, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't did another show since that.
What was your mindset for a while after that happened? Did you think like anything that you felt like you could have did differently?
I still live with that to this day. I always be like, but I know there was nothing I can do. I wasn't there. I didn't know shit that was going on. You know what I'm saying? But I'd be like, damn, I should have just told him no, and he would never been there.
Yeah.
As you can see, a lot of people were affected by what happened to ZACKTV. Chicago lost an important figure that only spreaded positivity. He played an important role in Chicago. He's definitely a pioneer of a YouTuber that was first doing the hood vlogs and the interviews. To this day, I go on ZACKTV's YouTube channel and watch his legendary videos. ZACKTV was definitely a Chicago legend. FBG Duck said it himself on the song Chicago Legends. At the end of the day, nobody wins in this sad situation. Everyone who was involved is either dead or in prison. This should have never happened to ZACKTV. He was doing the right thing, but that's life. Rest in peace, ZACKTV, STREETZ, and AMG Fresh. Anyways, I'm gonna end it there, and until next time, I'm out.
Good, who we got on ZACKTV, bro?
OTF Nunu, man. You know how we rockin', man.
This beam can mark cuz without can be. Shorty wanna swim with the team.
Ooh, these guys got incredible songs, man. I'm a huge fan of Duck. I'm a huge fan of E-Day. These motherfuckers make nice music, man. It's just the fans, social media.
Do you know what I really love to do? Together with you, to bring them on one table.
Yeah, that'd be nuts, man. We could bring Duck and E-Day together. That'd be nuts, man.
Let's try that.
Let's do it. I tried numerous times. What's poppin', YouTube world? Been dying to get on here, man. You know what you're getting yourself into. You're taking a chance with your life, literally going to school every day in the city of Chicago. You know, right now, the homicide rate in Chicago is like 473. That's more than Iraq right now. Is that crazy to you or what? Is that crazy? And that's in the city of Chicago. It's a war zone. It's so, thank you, Marcia. It's a war zone.